30 hertz straight up.
Hey, y'all. Hey, thank you for tuning in to another wonderful episode of Lupus Has No Face podcast with your host, Savannah. We got a special guest here today who is also a lupus warrior with a story and a message of hope. We have Miss Terri. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good.
That's good. That's good. How was your day today?
It was good, actually, even though it feels like it's negative 0 degrees in Virginia, but it feels good. I
Hey,
feel
I
good.
snowed down there too.
Yes. It's supposed to snow for 17 hours this way.
17 hours.
It's not going to stop for us until like 10 o'clock tomorrow.
We just had that like 2 days ago. I think that was like Friday, Saturday. Friday it did a lot, but Saturday it wasn't too much of that.
Yeah,
So,
no, I hope tomorrow it ain't as bad as it is today.
So now it's just really, really cold. Well, I'd like to thank you for coming on to Lupus Has No Face podcast to tell your story with a message of hope and all the wonderful things that you got going on.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Welcome.
Yes.
So who is Miss Terri? Who is Miss Terri?
Miss Terri is I'm a jack of all trades. I create businesses. If people look at me on TikTok, I'm constantly singing and doing all types of craziness. But Miss Terri is just a jack of all trades, a bubbly person, and ready to tell the world about what I've gone through. It's been a struggle, but I'm making it.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling. You look so beautiful today.
Thank you, as do you, sis.
Thank you. So you are showing up like nothing is wrong with that invisible illness. So we're gonna dive right into it. We're gonna dive right into it.
Okay.
What is Miss Terri's first before we do that? What do you have going on? What do you have coming up? And what's exclusive that you're dropping with Lupus Has No Face podcast today?
Oh, you don't win in. Okay. Well, what I have my own skincare line called Azor. Okay. And the website is azormarket.com, where we have my famous, very well-known rose collection. It's organic because I can't use everything on my skin. And as you know, us having lupus, we break out the rash, and then you go to the store and you buy all these products that just you think going to help and it's not going to help. But Azor Market definitely have products that can help. My rose skincare line, for the exclusive side of it, I'm getting ready to drop my Manuka honey and coffee.
Oh my God. One of my good friends, sister, Chrissy, she's a professional trainer. That's what she loved that. She loves that. And I was like, what is that? I never heard of that before.
Manuka honey is really good, especially for us. You know, they say like holistic and using all natural herbs and things like that. And honey being one of those things that is good for antioxidants, it's good for our immune system. So if it's good for my immune system, shouldn't it be good for my face? So let me try it on my face.
I love it. I want you to drop your tags in there so people know where to go to check out your line. Put your tags in the comments because I definitely want to support.
Definitely. Oh, because I made it full screen. I can't put it in there.
Okay, that's okay. We'll drop it in there later. We're definitely dropping it in there later. Okay, how long have your product been around?
I actually got started last year. I I was going through some things with my illness, but on top of that, I also was going through some personal things when it came down to my son. To make a long story short, I was doing body contouring. I did that for 5 years with my mom, my sister, my brother, my dad. We did that for a couple of years. And when it all boiled down to the very end of it, I had to choose either my business or my children. And nothing comes before my son or my daughter. So when it came down to fighting for my son's life, I did what I had to do.
Absolutely. And praise God, he's all well now.
And to bounce back, it was like, oh man, Most High, what do we do now? Because I done lost my income. I almost lost my son. So now what do we do? My illness trying to attack me. Like, where are you going to lead me to now? And the next thing I know, I'm in here in my own kitchen, pulling out herbs, all types of vegetable oil, experimenting on myself. And so I found a company to partner with. And then I started creating organic rose made by Azor Market.
Oh my God. So what led you into that? Like, was you experiencing certain things with your skin? Was you not getting the results that you were looking for? What led you into making your own skin line?
One, definitely right in that department. I wasn't getting the results I was looking for. I like my skin to glow naturally. And then using stuff off the shelves, it was like, this is not going to work. But 8 years ago, when I found out I had lupus, I got the rash all over my body. But then I had these really small, tiny bumps. Then my skin peeled like a snake. Like my whole, believe it or not, my whole face peeled off of dead skin. So once that happened, it was like my skin is messed up. What on earth? What to do now? Like it was just a complete lost moment for a long time. So and then having a rash come back here and there, I created my own.
That's amazing. What caused your skin to peel like that?
Being exposed to the sun. I went, just another long story short, I went on a trip to Florida with my best friend, my god sister, my kid's godmother, my son's godmother. We went to Miami, South Beach, and we didn't know what was going on. We all in the water having fun. Long story short, my skin just broke out, and we flipping mattresses in the hotel room. Like, what broke me out? Because it looked like I had bed bug bites. That's what it looked like.
Oh.
All the way up my arms, my back. It looked like I just was bit all to pieces. And my best friend, like, look at the mattress. We looking at the mattress. It's a brand new mattress. They still got the receipt stapled to the mattress. It's still in plastic. So we like, what did you do? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I woke up like this, literally. I woke up like this, and they like,
How did you feel? We got a question. How did you feel mentally when you start seeing your skin peeling?
Oh, I went crazy. I called my mother. She was at work. My mom at the time was living in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we're 4 hours apart. And I called her going bonkers because I'm like, Mom, my face is on the pillow. And she's like, what did you say? My face is on the pillow. Like, I picked it up and sent her a picture of my face. And then she was like, what is happening? But the doctors, once I found out, they were like, you're going to peel because your body went through so much damage and turmoil skin-wise. It's going to shed the old skin and you're going to see a new skin.
Wow. And you know what's so funny that you say Florida? That's where I caught my first lesion at. So it was probably maybe 17 years ago. I was some. I came back and it must have been baking from the inside out, and it showed up like red and went from purple to black, but I don't have it anymore. I have a very, very great dermatologist, Dr. Diedrich, but that was my first breakout too, was in Florida.
I even with speaking to dermatologists, the only thing they did was, I'm not sure if anybody be able to see it now, it's been so long, but they had pricked me right here and took a chunk of my skin out to test it to make sure it was lupus. And I only got to see the dermatologist maybe 4 times, and that was it.
Really?
Yeah. In the southern part of Virginia, we don't have the tools or the
You don't have the doctors and stuff there to specialize in lupus?
No, ma'am. I had to go all the way to Richmond. which is an hour from where I live. And in between Emporia and Richmond is Petersburg. And I even went to them, but they only brought me back because I was paralyzed.
Wow. Okay. I know we just going all around. Your story is so amazing to me because I'm just like, wow, like you learn so much talking to different warriors and how their stories are or is and what what you went through. It's so amazing, and to see you today with some beautiful skin.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So tell me your diagnosis. Start from the beginning, if you will.
I have lupus SLE with rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay.
Nothing else, just those two. And I also have what came with that, the back side of it. I have brain fog real bad. And mine's mimic alopecia. So the middle of my hair comes out. Not as bad as it used to, but it does come out. I deal with a lot of inflammation in my joints. I swell real bad. But the main two that really stuck out was having the illness itself and then having rheumatoid arthritis to go along with it.
So what was that journey like? Like, how did you feel? What was you thinking? What was your thought process when you got diagnosed?
Oh, when they first, because I'm in a medical field. I'm a nurse by trade. Okay. Yeah. So when they told me, I was like, oh, I got daggone it. I got a form of cancer. How do I go on having a child and I have a form of cancer? My mind, I started literally going crazy. I was calling family members and friends almost every day because it felt like, one, I was alone and nobody understood. Oh, man. Nobody understands the pain we go through when you first hear it mentally. And it is like when you had so much confidence in yourself, you up here with it. And then you get this diagnosis and then it's like you go from here and you're like, I got to start over. I got to figure out everything at this point. Life did a full, complete 360 on me. So I did go into a state of depression real bad. And depression, anxiety, it's like now, even now, it's not as bad as it was. But even my anxiety and PTSD now, I can see a small red dot on my arm or my leg. And I'm like, flare up coming. Go sit down, go lay down, drink plenty of water. My mind, I instantly panic.
So you're still in the beginning stages of it meshed with you so much that it developed PTSD. So now anytime you see anything on your body, it brings you back to the first time when you were diagnosed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you receiving any help for that? Like seeing a therapist or a psychologist?
I'm actually in therapy. One of my friends and my big sister and my mother all advised me to go through therapy because I was already going through personal issues. But to know that deep down inside, when it came to my medical history and my medical life period, it's just like, y'all, I want to be outside. I want to do stuff with my girls or my man or my friends. And I'm like, I can't because it's too much sun. And that makes me like, man, all right. The moment I step outside, sometimes my arms turn blue, purple, or black. You can see me change. And it's like, oh man, you really are changing. So just going through that, it does cause PTSD real bad. But being in therapy has helped a lot. I've been in therapy now for about a couple weeks and it's doing some good.
I'm glad. I'm so happy that you finding your way to a peace of mind, because not to be able to go outside. So your flares happen instantly.
It all depends. Like now when I go outside, like for instance, if I go to the beach, I have a UVA tent that I carry with me now. And I can sit under there and I can be fine. But if God knows I forget my tent, it's like I'm turning all types of shades of colors of blue, purple, and black. And it'll happen instantly.
So do you have like sunscreen before that happened? Do you wear sun hats? Are you on any medication? I never heard of that. And wow, like you learn something new all the time. And I study this stuff, so I just never heard of it like that.
Yeah. When I first found out I had lupus, when I was in Florida, I had sunblock, but it wasn't enough. It was like 40 proof, and kind of found out I need 100 proof when I'm in South Beach.
You do.
and a nice big hat. And I'm into hats now, so I know the
Yeah.
yes. But in the beginning, no, I didn't know, because I can take it further back. My sister, we were in the kitchen one day, and by accident, she hit me with a hot pot of boiling water. And I instantly got the wings across my chest, and they were there for years. Wow. I dealt with migraine for years. I went through a surgery and had a bump removed out of my head that I thought was causing it. None of that played a part. And they, my doctor, Dr. Wise at VCU, and she's no longer at VCU, Dr. Petty, but Dr. Wise is excellent. He let me know when I got burned with the hot boiling water, that was the first sign, because I had the wings across my chest. And I'm like, this is something that's new.
Wow.
So it went from there to taking that trip to Florida, being in the sun with no protection, the right sunblock, or having on a hat, because I didn't know. It was just me taking a break. I was working 2 jobs. I was working at the hospital, doing telemetry. And then I was also doing hemodialysis, and I was a full-time student going to school for my LPNs. And then raising a child on top of that, my son, he was the only child at the time. So it was like I wasn't doing a lot of things I was supposed to do correctly. Okay. So I kind of just sparked it.
So now that you got a handle on it, it doesn't happen like that. Is that correct?
No, I haven't had a severe flare-up. This May will make 9 years. But I do have the mini ones.
That's wonderful. That is so wonderful. That is wonderful. I have to ask, because a lot of warriors that I have met or came across, we are so busy. We're doing this, and that. And I'm just wondering, is it because we have this invisible illness that potentially stopped everything or took our life, that we have to feel like we have to accomplish everything? Why do you feel like you're so busy?
I've always been a determined person, a go-getter, but now I felt like when I was sick, and being sick for just a little, and that's crazy, just for 3 months, I was sick. And it felt like I missed a whole year of my life, because I couldn't go back to school. I couldn't go back to work. I got denied SSI. I had no help. Here in Virginia, they don't consider lupus an illness. So it was like, okay, so now these 8 years done chugged along, and I'm like, I feel like I'm playing catch up. And I got something to prove to myself, not the world. Like, the world is seeing me prove something to myself. And then I'm so used to being busy, going to school, working 2 jobs, that now it's like, now I'm creating businesses, not stressing myself. So I feel like a win is a win.
Okay. How far to that, girl? How far to that? That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. I am so happy that you are so determined, and you got a handle on your illness. So what do a regular skin regimen look like for you since you went through that process?
So I, of course, thanks to my big sister, I've been using ice on my face, or putting my face in a tub of ice. And it feels good. It's like it opens up my pores. I'm like, okay. But I start with my cleanser, and then I go from my cleanser to my moisturizer. Then I add my glow serum and my mist spray. And it's like, once I see that, it's like, yeah, I'm ready for today. It's nothing you can say or do that can bring me from here to here, baby, because I got something that can take me out every day. So no, my face is glowing. I'm good.
Oh my God, that is so wonderful, because we always taught that beauty come from within out, and we do understand that. But when something is on your face, like, it's so hard to feel beautiful, So yes. I totally understand what you are going through, what you went through, and I'm so happy that you have a handle on it. And you're making a living out of what happened to you.
I have to, because like I said, my mom and my aunt fought with me with SSI, so I could have a source of income. But being denied and then having to call on your parents 24/7 like that took a toll on me, because I'm grown. I'm a grown woman. I got to call on mom. I got to call on dad to get some help, because I got a child and bills. And it's like, I felt like I was draining their bank account, when at one point I had it in my bank account. But what people don't understand is medicine for lupus is high.
Expensive.
We're paying $200, $300, $400 for some pills.
And you know what? I do help people get on the right type of insurance because they don't tell us about that. There's certain insurance that you can get on that will lower your costs for medications. Would be free or $1. So, and it's okay to change them every 6 months if need be within network. So I do help with that. So if you are still paying like out of pocket all of that money, we can talk, at another time to see what else insurance that you can get that'll help that cut down that cost because one of my medications is $4,000 and all I pay is $1 for it.
I no longer have to pay for my medicine.
Oh, great, good. Good. Yeah, because they don't tell you that. They don't tell you that at all. So I'm happy that you helped to find that. What medications are you on?
Say that again.
What medications are you on?
I am on Dapsone, methotrexate, prednisone, folic acid, multivitamins on top of that of my own. Vitamin D. I feel like I'm missing one. Tylenol, ibuprofen 800. That's 7. That's 7. I went from taking 20 pills 2 times a day, and now I'm down to 7 pills. And with the methotrexate, they lowered the dosage from 10 to 5 milligrams now. I just recently got that changed. So I'm like, okay, I'm moving in the right direction. And I did, and it's very rare now that I even have to take my medication.
That is so good. That's not a lot.
From 20 to 5, 20 to 7. Yeah, I take it. I definitely take it.
Yes. We got a couple of comments in the comment. I always let my host read them. Can you see them?
Yes. Hi, sweetie.
Hey, love. Hey, babe.
Right, Michaela. I'm on live on my Facebook page, and I have friends on that actually live here in Emporia as well that understands what I'm saying when it comes to us having lupus. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of us here in this small little town. Hey, Ash, that's my best friend that I went to Miami with. Okay,
BFF, how you doing?
Yes, Michaela, I'm glad you stopped, baby. So it's good because here when I first found out, it was like I didn't have a community or any support. Exactly, I eat better and I drink better, right? So you can't stop the medication. I was going to get to that, but
okay.
Yes.
So what does salad look like?
Say that again, love.
Salad. What are the things that you eat?
I eat strictly organic. Let's start there.
Everything. Everything organic.
Everything. Anybody that knows me, they will tell you rather quickly. The girl eats organic. I got another best friend. Her and her husband, they laugh at me all the time because they like, yeah, you up here just eating all natural and organic. And I'll go to the meat store and be like, listen, if it's not all natural meat, I don't want it. If y'all ain't got it, I'm not coming in here. Because the food I was digesting was fast food. And that's exactly what it is. Fast food. Being a nurse, going to school, doing hemodialysis, I was eating on the go. So that caused my stomach to back up, which the doctors considered the leaky gut syndrome. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't processing anything the way it should, and it was leaking into my veins and my bloodstream. The bacteria, and it was horrible. It was horrible. But yes. And I'm also, right, Michaela, I'm gluten-free as well. Oh. So even when I make spaghetti, my noodles are gluten-free.
Okay.
My water is alkaline, 9.5 or higher. If it's not 9.5, I won't drink it. Mm-hmm. And eating a lot of yes, child, everything organic.
Okay, you got it down pat. How long did it take you to have a clean palate?
Oh man. Okay, so before I got sick, I was in between. I was eating non-organic and then I was eating organic because my mom and my dad were already organic years before me. So I I'm gonna be honest with you. It took me maybe all of 5 years to clean my gut up good, for the body to naturally heal itself again and my lymphatic system to get itself back in order. It took a lot of time and patience with my body to get it back on track.
That is great.
Eating wrong definitely, it did it for me.
You can definitely feel it. Like if you have too much sugar, you can feel sluggish. Like you can definitely feel when you got bad food in your system. You can definitely feel like when you got bad food in your system. That's what did Ashley say?
What'd you say, Ash?
Organic.
Everything. Everything. Thank you, Bestie, for solidifying me.
Oh my God.
Get on her about it.
How did you find, you said you didn't have a community at first when you first got diagnosed. How did you find your community?
I made my own. Talking to my family, I wanted to write a book, and then that went out the window. Then my business came up. I started with the body contouring, and then that's what made me realize I have a community. I have over maybe 8,000 clients from New York all the way to Texas. I had clients, and they would drive and fly to come see me and my mom. Like, we was the best at what we did. And they were the ones that were like, what made you start body contouring? I was overweight. Having lupus, I was 220 pounds.
Oh my God. Can we see a picture of that? Do you have one that you can pull up real quick? If not, that's okay. But that is amazing. You said you was 220 pounds?
220 pounds.
And that's from the steroids, correct?
No, this was before.
Really?
This was before I got sick. I was 220 pounds. Let me see. I got some pictures. You probably can't tell with the way these pictures looking nowadays. But I was 220 pounds here.
Oh my God. How long did it take you to lose that weight?
And this is why we were in Florida.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know I was sick, because this is how, Ash, you're going to kill me. You're going to bite my head off with this picture. But this is when we were getting on the plane to go to Florida. I was perfectly normal. And then we get to Florida, and I turned out like this. And then I end up getting the rash on my face. We couldn't understand it, but now we know what it is. The rash was right on my face, and I never knew.
The butterfly rash.
Yep. But I was 220, and forgive me how I put this, but it was all from the hips down. It was the bottom half of me. But Lord, yeah, 220 pounds was a lot to carry. And that all came from eating fast food, eating wrong.
So how long did it take you to lose that weight?
I got diagnosed in 2017. By 2019, I started shrinking. And that's all due to the body contouring. When I first started that, I started shrinking right then and there, because my mom had already said, you need to switch your eating habits. Go back to what I told you from the beginning. Stop eating red meat, eat more greens, stay away from pork. I'm like, I love my bacon, my honey sugar cured bacon, Mom. Don't take me from the bacon, because my mom is a nutritionist. So she was already jumping down my neck. You don't need to eat this. Get away from that. You're hard-headed. And I'm like, I am. And for all the right reasons, because I want my pork. But now, so now it's like, okay, Mom, you was right. And from losing weight in 2019 to see myself now in 2025, I'm only 140 pounds soaking wet.
Wow.
And I feel healthier now than I felt when I first got sick, or before I even got sick.
That is definitely a success story. Like, that is definitely a success story. So when you had those hard times and those cravings, like, what got you through? What kept you motivated?
Oh man, the cravings. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie on this live. When I wanted a burger from Burger King, I would go behind my mom and dad back and go and get me a burger. But I would get me the Junior Whopper, the little small one. I would get me one, but I felt the effects of it later on in the day, because I'm like, I done ate red meat and it's processed food. Oh yeah, you done for. And my mom would come in the room like, so what did you eat today? A salad. A salad. That's not what you had. I looked in your car. All right, I went to Burger King. Now look at you. You can't even get out the bed. And I'm like, you're right. You're right. You're right. But don't judge me. Don't judge me. So now to get through my cravings, I just make my own burger at home. Some days, like when I'm out with my kids and they're like, Mom, we want to go to McDonald's. I will settle and eat it with them, but I'm paying for it on the ride home because my stomach be like, you know better. Now we need to find the nearest bathroom. Because I don't eat fast food anymore. But when I do it with my babies because I don't want them to feel like, oh, because mom is ill, we can't do this or we can't eat that. And it's like, that's not the case, you guys. Like, all right, now that I got control over it, I know how to push it out of my system naturally now. Come on, that's what you want, let's eat it. But I'm going to tell you, my whole house now knows there is no more McDonald's. You can go to Chick-fil-A, we can do that. We could go anywhere I can find organic. And they're loving that because like now, like I said, I'm not far from North Carolina. We have a Biscuitville. I'll go over there real fast. Real fast. What's for breakfast? Biscuitville, because I don't want to cook.
So you would say because of the pain that you were going through and your mom being the support that you needed, that's what got you through when you was having those cravings and you wanted to go eat something that you shouldn't be eating?
My family, my actual family and my friends, having friends to stay on your neck is a good thing. Whether you like what they have to say or not, it's a blessing. Both of my good girlfriends, I thought you said you don't eat that. I thought you won't go eat that no more. And I'm like, y'all get on my nerves. I'm going to eat it and pay for it. But they'll always be like, hey, it's all right. It's okay to indulge every now and again, but don't do it every day. And I'm like, you're right. Don't do it every day.
Exactly. We got a couple more comments. We got Ashley. Oh, she said show the picture from Miami. She showed the picture. I seen them.
Thank you, manager.
Hey, Johnny Little. How you doing?
Hey.
Okay. ArizMarket.com. Okay, that's so her tags for anybody that want to check out her organic skincare line.
Yes, ma'am.
AzorMarket.com is where you can go. Check it out. Please do support her. It's been in the making. What you said, 8 years?
My lupus been in the making now for 8 years, but I started my skincare line last year.
Okay, last year you guys. Last year. So, do you consider yourself living well with lupus today?
You daggone right, sis. I feel like I'm doing excuse my words, a damn good job today. Versus when I first got started, it was like, how do you manage? And now that I know what to do, it makes it a little easier. Still deal with the trauma, with the depression when the severe flare up comes about. Mm-hmm. When it feel like it's getting ready to get real bad, it's like, all right, I want to be normal. God, why can't be normal like everybody else? I gotta sit up here now, reach on the side of the bed and take pills. But I found a way around them pills.
You know what I say? We are normal within our norm. You understand what I'm saying? Because even the healthiest person is going through something, right? So that's how I like to look at it. We are normal within our norm because it can be way worse than what it was or is today, right? You were what 20 pounds, you $140 now. You know, your skin was peeling, you got your own skincare line, your face is glowing. I don't see any blemishes on there. So it could definitely yes, you got a beautiful skin. It could definitely be worse. So I would say, you know, take away why can't I be normal? And you're just normal within your norm. That is your normal. You are normal. Right.
You sound like my mother. My mother said this is the new norm for you.
Yes. Embrace it.
Now, if you can't tell by the shirt, I definitely embrace it now because I'm screaming it to the world.
I see those butterflies on your neck.
Yes. And that's the reason I got it. Because listen, my favorite color is red. Now it's purple. Because I literally have to listen. We go through it. We go through it.
And you make it look so easy. What would your message be? If you can, you got, like you said, you have a message of hope. What would your message be to the nation?
Don't give up. Don't feel like lupus is something that is going to control your life. Like, it's not a control thing. You listen, grab that thing by the bull horns and ride the back of it the best way you can. Okay, you ride the back of the lupus like it's no other, because when you get to the end of that battle, you can look back and say, you know what? I went from being paralyzed. I lost everything. I had to start over, and look where I am now. I lost the weight. I have multiple businesses, and looking back at Terri 8 years ago, it's like, girl, why you couldn't get this a long time ago? You would have been so further ahead. You just use it as motivation. Use it as motivation to
not me, right? Why not me, right? Because you're able to do everything that the normal person is not doing.
Right.
See?
And people don't get that side of it.
And you got a story to tell.
It's huge. On my own platform, I'm getting ready to start telling people my story, which actually I've done over the years. I just gave out bits and pieces of it to people. So now I'm in a comfortable state mentally and emotionally to say, okay, I can stand up and say, hey, look, this is my story. I whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, and I'm here now. I made it.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I absolutely love that. So when you say you telling your story, let the people know what you got coming up. What's in the making? What's coming March 1st, right?
Yeah. Oh, you keep up with me. Yes.
I do. What's coming March 1st?
March 1st, I have Lupus Infused podcast. It's me, my co-host Lavika, and my baker /chef April. We are in Fruition. Okay. Shout out to Glorilla, because I definitely sounded like you just now. Like I'm from Tennessee. But we infuse cupcakes, wings, food in general. We're infusing. We do frozen fruit as well. My girl Lavika also makes the juices. We use CBD, THC, and if it gets to a point that we need to use medical, listen, I need medical too. So we're doing that and inviting other people with lupus, not just lupus, but other autoimmune disorders, because on my platform, I'm showing how lupus mimics all the other autoimmune disorders. That's why they call us the great manipulators. Mm-hmm. We mimic, y'all, alopecia. We can mimic high blood pressure. We can mimic MS, scoliosis, all of these other autoimmune disorders. Lupus just takes them all and say, here you go, have at it. Mm-hmm. I want you to feel like this person, that person, and that person. But my podcast is to make you not feel like that. So
that is amazing. I can't wait. I'm definitely going to be there when you launch the first one. I can't wait. And is it because, like, so do you eat infused things now as to why you came up with that?
I came up with it due to my uncles, my aunts, my community of family and friends. Over the years saw me, even to this day, I'm not going to lie, I smoke big weed. I do. Big cannabis, THC, call it what you want. I'm a stoner. But it's only due to, one, I don't have to take medications that's going to mess with my kidneys. I don't have to take the folic acid to protect my kidneys from the methotrexate, the dapsone, or the prednisone. Now I'm smoking marijuana to manage all of it. I don't wake up in pain too often. And then it's like now when I feel the inflammation, I can grab me some CBD, roll me a blunt or two. If I feel the pain, I can get me some THC, roll me a blunt or two. And if I'm having both at the same time, listen, I mix my alphabets, baby. I will mix it too.
You are so funny. You are so. This is a no judgment zone. Whatever helps you, because this is multiple ways: medication, holistic, edibles. Like, it's different ways that people can manage their lupus. It's all based on what you choose and how you choose and what you're comfortable with, right?
Right. And my family know. In the words of my big cousin, Woo, if you watching, the words of my big cousin, and she's watching, our earthly. She keeps me up to date with my earthly. All my community know I'm very holistic. Even down to my kids get a cold. Oh no, we going in there and get some herbs, some fruits, some vegetables, and a manuka honey, and I'm gonna show you how fast I'm gonna whip you back into shape.
I have some home remedies myself too, to not to take
Yes.
some medication.
And how
Absolutely.
do it make you feel
How do what make me feel?
when you do you take edibles?
No. So I did that one time when I was in Vegas, and
Okay.
yeah, that one I was
It,
floating. I had to sleep it all the way off. Like it was just I don't know if it was too much. Yeah. I was like, nah.
it's okay. It's not for it's not for everybody.
I was hallucinating. I'm like, yeah, this ain't nah, this ain't for me. Again, I don't know too much about it, but I did have it, and it was a lot. It was powerful.
The best thing that works for me was the tincture, excuse me, and making some tea out of it.
Some tea out of it? Are you
I can make
fancy with
tea
it,
out of
huh?
tea. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make me some tea out of some THC and CBD. I'm gonna do it.
Mm,
Give away the
That's
secrets. Everybody gonna do it.
what's in your tea? Let the
Just
people know what's in your tea and what does that tea do? What is it good for?
it's the same thing as my juices, CBD. Get me a nice little cheesecloth and put it in there and let it boil on out and then wring it out. Give me a little honey, just a nice little spoon of honey. Nice spoon of honey. And we gonna stir that up. We're gonna drink that. And I don't drink it all in one big gulp. I'll sip it throughout the day. Once it get cold, it's back in the it's back in the microwave, warm it up, and it's still the same results. I don't feel the inflammation anymore. The swelling goes down. And then on top of that, I also use a vibration plate that my mom and my sister has given me that helps me with my lymphatic system, waking it up to also alleviate the inflammation in my joints and my knees and my ankles, because that's where it starts for me.
Okay, seems like you got a whole little system down.
Got to.
Oh my God. So, what else do you want to tell the people
Be on the
that
lookout
we,
for me.
huh?
Be on the lookout for me and be on the lookout for my products and services, because I am here to help all of my lupus sisters and brothers. I need y'all to know it's not just the women. We're not the only ones. Men go through it too. And I want to give a shout out to, if it's okay, to Mr. Green, Octavius Green. He was also a lupus warrior from Emporia. He passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to
There's
hear
another
that.
girl, Monica. I was helping her. She lived in Franklin, Virginia. She passed away from lupus as well. And we had a community within the community of Emporia helping me help her. So her family reached out to me, and I did the best I could to comfort her in every way that I could. So to lose a sister and a brother in this battle, don't take what I'm saying as something like, oh my God, I'm gonna die tomorrow. No, you're not. No, you're not. Take care of yourself from the inside out. It starts from the inside. Once you clean it up on the inside, you're going to naturally glow. You're going to feel healthy. You're going to look beautiful on the outside. Don't take this illness as it's a murder. It's just murdering you. It's not. You got to have the determination to beat it. Stand. I'm telling y'all, grab it by the horns and tell it, I got it. You don't have me, but I got you.
Exactly. I would just like to piggyback off you to, everything starts with your gut. Everything starts with your gut, and you got to be strong enough to have that support system, because you definitely can live a long, healthy life with lupus. It's going to take you cleaning out your closet, but it'll be good. It'll be good, and you'll feel better, and you can do better, and a lot. You won't have to take so much medications.
No.
It starts with your mindset has to be strong enough in order to make those big changes, because we all know we like our sweets and liquor and all this and all this, and we're not saying that you cannot do it. Just do it in moderation.
That's it.
Do it in moderation, because it's when you are not taking care of your body, you hurt the ones that love you. It's not just about you. You have people that love you, so if you go too soon, you're hurting others. and especially if you had the choice to take care of yourself better than what you're doing today.
You can beat this thing. Like it's not a death sentence. It's
It's
not.
not.
Use it as motivation. Stand up for yourself. Like I tell a lot of people that have actually inboxed me and talked to me about what did you do? What did you eat? What did you drink? And I'll tell them, and I also let them know, like, baby, it's not a death sentence. Don't feel like you gotta hide from the world, because I went through that. I did that. I know what it's like the first year or two. You don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want to tell anybody this is what I have, because you feel like people going to look at you differently. Just to give you a quick little story, I had went to the gas station here, which is no longer here, Kangaroo. And the lady thought I was getting ready to rob the daggone gas station, because I had on my ski mask to cover my face because I couldn't be exposed to the sun yet, my gloves, and it was in the summertime. So imagine somebody walking in there covered from head to toe. Her mind instantly went to, oh, you can have everything in the register. And I'm like, lady, I'm not here to rob you. I pulled out my debit card. I said I was getting ready to get some gas, but never mind, because you passed judgment on me already. You don't even know what's going on. But that's okay. I'm going to go across the street to Exxon and get these people my money. You don't worry about it.
How did
exactly what I did.
Judged you?
It hurt.
Right.
But I started getting used to it, because she ended up not being the only one. But with the people that was starting to judge it, they started questioning behind the judgment. Well, why are you covered this way? Why can't I hug you so tight at the moment? You used to give out big hugs and now I can't really touch you. And then to see bonds broken within my family, because everybody's so used to me being strong, and telling family members, especially little cousins that look up to me, like hearing them today tell me, I didn't know what to do with you no more, because you had an illness I knew nothing about. I knew we couldn't touch you too quick. You couldn't be outside. As soon as you come to the family function, you right in the house and sit down. Yeah, no. But now I'm bringing it out and telling everybody, and hearing my family now be honest with me, saying, yeah, we didn't know what to do with you. Yeah, we didn't know what to do with you, home skillet. We just knew you was ill, and we gonna figure it out from there.
Yeah, it's hard because you going through and they going through too. You know what I mean? Where the communication comes in out with the understanding, and now you're vibrant. You're an advocate of yourself, so you know you can help others as well. Right before we end, you are a lovely, lovely guest. I look forward to having you back on this podcast again after you launch yours. Tell the people again when it's being launched, where can they find you at in your skincare?
Skincare line, www.azormarket.com. You can get even down to the men. I got some stuff up there for y'all too. So go peep it out. I'm still under construction with it, but you can order. You still can order and get your stuff directly to your house at a good timely manner. Oh, thank you, Godmommy. You still can order. Also, be on the lookout March 1st, Lupus Infused, featuring the Candy Girls, myself, Lavika, BKA Just Lou, and Miss April. Y'all will see us March 1st, 2025. Be ready to be infused and to talk about this illness that's detrimental and treacherous, but you can beat her. Or him if you want to call it a man. We can beat him.
You are so funny. Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for taking out the time to tell your story again on Lupus Has No Face podcast. We welcome you with open arms. I know a lot of people learned a lot. You taught me something I never ever heard of, haven't even came across, and I study it. So thank you for that as well. And we will definitely be in touch. Thank you guys for tuning in to Lupus Has No Face podcast. We are live every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until then.